And a super good morning and a happy Monday to each and every single one of you. The first Monday of the month of October. As you can see, I've got a very different background happening around me at the moment. I'm in the city of Grenada, and although you probably can't make it out, but just over there is the tower of the Science Museum, which means that just next to behind this apartment block over there is La Caixa's main office block, and hidden away in the glare on this side somewhere will be the Caja Rural Bank that sponsors a cycling team. Their Andalusian head office will be over there somewhere. Anyway, I'm in the city of Grenada. Time is 8:36. In about 4 minutes time my bus will be arriving, which means that I'll be heading back through in the direction of office, and that means that I'll be back in office. Probably the bus gets to Ochiba about 10:15, and that gives me, by the time I get back into office, about 90 minutes before my gym session happens. So which means that, let me just straighten that out a little bit so it looks slightly more decent anyway. Gives me about 90 minutes before my gym session starts, so which means that I'll be able to get the first small batch of work done for Monday morning. And I've set and we're into October. My October goal, word count wise, is going to be 60,000. November word count goal is going to be 50,000. So with all of that happening, I need to be back in office, back at my computer, and get cracking on the keyboard. Let me know what you're going to be doing and what your goals for the month of October are going to be, and I'll chat to you when I'm back in office. See you then. Hey, and a super good evening to you. I've got a couple of updates for you. We've brought the day of Monday to a close. Not quite as productive as I would have loved a Monday to be, but sometimes there are things in life that cross your path that require substantial chunks out of your day. And today was exactly one of those. As you know from what I mentioned this morning, that I was due to be getting back home at about between 10:15 and 10:30. Had a gym session at noon, which meant that I had a short amount of time to do things like shower, shave, prepare the gym program, and those type of things, and get through to gym, which I in turn did, as well as obviously have a cup of coffee along the way. Immediately following on from gym, I met up with a friend of mine at a coffee shop that's just up the road from where the gym is, to sit down and have a little bit of a chat. Turns out that she's going through a really, really tough patch at the moment, with a daughter that's currently in hospital as a result of domestic violence. So we had a lot to discuss, a lot to unpack. So that took me from the 1 o'clock when the gym session ended all the way through to 4 o'clock. It was a 3-hour sit-down chat. 4:15 was the start of the first Spanish lesson of the year. That took me through to 6 p.m. So guess what? It's 6 p.m. and I've yet to knock out a single word for the day. Anyway, I got sat down at my keyboard, knocked out some words. Not quite the 2,000 that I was hoping for. I got 1,265, but I'll still count that as a win, taking into account the number of hours of my Monday that was consumed by things that were not writing, but still very, very important, especially as far as the well-being of my friends here in Spain is concerned. Anyway, remember that checklist that I showed you on Friday before I headed off? Well, that's what the checklist looks like now. There are two things, there and there. My paddle database is not yet completely up to date. It was more out of date than what I thought it was, so that's going to require a bit more work. And over here, this is one message to a fellow Project 24 member about the possibility of doing a couple of video collaborations over Zoom. So one message and database update. Everything else crossed off the list, so I'll count that as a win. This was a list of 14 items, and a dozen of those are done, with 2 left over. Anyway, my look ahead as far as tomorrow, I've got a new list. This list is 15 items long. Let's have a look-see during the course of tomorrow. I probably need to check in more than once how many of these items on the list can be crossed off by the time I get to the end of my Tuesday. Let's see how it goes. Have you got a to-do list for your Tuesday? How many items do you have? How many blog posts are you looking at tackling? Or how many blog post outline are you looking at tackling? What's your word count target for Tuesday? And are you hitting your targets already now that we've gotten into the month of October? I know that I'm 2 days down and I'm slightly behind target, but I know that it'll take me just 1 or 2 super strong writing days and I'll be up above target as far as the monthly trend is concerned, and that's what I'm looking at getting after during the course of my Tuesday. Anyway, let me wrap this up, get myself to bed so that I can make Tuesday the best I can possibly do. Speak to you tomorrow. Have a good night.